Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Tuesday, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Daily, where we transform our inner experience to a phenomenal outer experience for now 10 minutes of our day. We do it together. All right, so before we get into today's message, we'll go ahead and take a couple deep breaths just so that we can release what we've been carrying, shake off, do some decompression. I actually just came back from the beach because I needed to decompress. And so I invite you to join me in our breathing, and let's get to it. All right, a couple deep breaths, starting with breathe in and release. One more time, breathe in and out. I've got one more in there. Breathe in and out. Woo. How are you feeling, lovies? Lovies, lovies. Make sure you are connected with me. We are on episode 98 of Shift Your Thinking with Dean Del Sesto, 200 Ways to Improve Our Lives. And you guessed it, there are 200 ways in this book, which means we will have 200 episodes completed. Shout out to our radio podcast listeners that are connected on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Anchor, Breaker, Overcast, everywhere. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for supporting. I want to thank my family and friends. Shout out to you for supporting me with my wildness, my wild ideas, and my wild concepts. You all continue to give me life and inspire me. So thank you. What else? Oh, we're on IGTV. Make sure you hit the bell, turn on the notifications. That way you don't miss when I upload new episodes. I am available also on YouTube at lasuperagent. So make sure you catch the replay there. If you're joining after this, any of my segments, make sure you hashtag replay. That way I know you're on. All right, lovies. So this one's going to be really easy and straightforward. I am captioning this episode, Love Is. I'm in the section, if you're following along, where the author says love is not so much revealed in how we feel about others, but in how we deal with others. So, episode 98, Love Is blank. You can fill in the blank as we jump into this. Love, period. That's what he says. He opens it up. Love. It's one of those words that gets confused in the mix of feelings, relational dynamics, psychological terminology, and more. And yet, it is the most powerful driving force on the planet. True or false? If you agree love is the most powerful driving force on the planet, press 1 in the comments below. Bless you, son. One that people live for and are willing to die for. Absolutely. We talk about ultimate sacrifice, love. If you again feel that love is the ultimate powerful driving force, drop 1 in the comments below. The word love, as a matter of fact, go ahead and type hashtag love, even better. The word love has more definitions, implications, and confusions than most any word in the English language. For example, the average dictionary is more like a fictionary when it says that love is a feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection. That's hilarious. I really commend this author. Again, Dean Del Sesto. I really commend his writing skills, and he tends to rhyme and comes up with these play on words where pun is intended in a lot of the sections that he is discussing. And so fictionary, that is so funny. Fictionary. It's not a dictionary, it's a fictionary. I like that. I'll continue. The author says, actually, these are the outcomes of love and not love itself, as love is not a thing. It's an action, not a noun, but a verb. Love is blank. I want you to start thinking about, what is love to you? What action word are you equating with love? Also, I forget his name. It's Gary's book of the 5 love languages, right? I'm not sure if you've checked that out. I think it's a good read to kind of explore the types of love. And there's various types of love. And I know some people talk about agape love. There's the, it slips my mind right now, the other type of love. There is the, as he continues, he says, in fact, a high percentage of definitions in how we view love are based around how a person feels rather than how they act. That was one of the most profound lessons for me in life. I love words, as you can tell. I'm a reader. I could be very verbose, right? I could be very wordy. If at times I can be verbatim. I can do things word for word. I can, take things literal or allegorical. So my love language tends to be surrounded with affirmations, love affirmations. So in my relationship, I was interpreting love, the words that I was hearing, and not really paying attention to the act of love. And later in the years, post 10 years later, took me that long to realize that that's what I was doing, that I was loyal to my detriment to the words and was not measuring the person with the action. I was not actually paying attention to the act, although he was expressing love. However, the act was not matching. Very simple. Wasn't matching. So I think this is important. Perhaps, he says, that's why we see the world as more feeling driven than commitment driven. Ooh, I agree. Feeling driven versus commitment driven. And some people are commitment phobes, just their love comes, the act of loving comes with a responsibility. I love you responsibly here, which is my commitment to doing Shift Your Thinking Now from weekly to daily, regardless of what's happening. I show up. I love you. Can't give what I don't have, right? And for me, I love myself. My son and I took a beach day, and it was to decompress, just connect, reconnect, and really just take in the abundance around me. Especially when it's only 25 minutes drive, where I know in various other states, you guys are driving like 3 to 4 hours to get to the nearest water or coast. So being in SoCal, that is what we are known for. Sunny California for the weather and the water. The author says, we'll get ready to wrap this up. The author says, perhaps you've heard the reference that we are to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Neighbors meaning the ones geographically closest to us at any one moment in time. In one of the past episodes, I shared this and I equated this, that every person, treat everyone like the gateway to heaven, because you never know who has the opportunity to change your life. You never know. You never know where they will be at the point in time, that full circle moment where today them, tomorrow you, today you, tomorrow them. Be very mindful about this thing, those karmic contracts where karma has no sense of humor, nor does it know class, race, or socioeconomic status. It's just energy, positive and negative. What you sow out, right? Some people say it's biblical principles, but it's scientific principles. What you sow is what you reap. That's scientific. What you plant is what you reap. And what you plant is, you're not going to eat the fruit from what you just planted today. And I think that's where we get disconnected. And I equate that with love, because love is a lot of action in nurturing, responsibility. All right. The author says, the love spoken of here isn't the feeling, but rather call to serve others, whether it feels right or not. He says, when we place the needs of others above our own, this is the beginning of love and the richness and feelings that come with it. CTA for today. CTA for today is take a moment and reflect and identify first how you are interpreting love. Before you go out there and want to go love on some people. What is your definition of love? Love is fill in the blank. I'm going to check back with you on that. I know you all have been DMing, sending me DM messages, text messaging, calling me. Really appreciate that, because that means these messages are resonating with you and I'm not alone. So I love you, love you, love you. Have a powerful and productive week. I will see you tomorrow on Shift Your Thinking Daily as we approach episode 99. All right. See ya.